Hi everyone. It's been a little bit since I've made a video, but wanted to jump on here real quick and just share a message of something that I kind of had an aha moment about recently or over the weekend, and that is that hard work pays off. And sometimes in life, we think that things should be really easy or just easy. You can even take out the really on there in there. We have this perception or this idea that things should just be peaches and cream all the time. However, that's not how things work. And the harder you work to make a difference, the harder you work to make an impact, to make a positive impact, the harder you work to better yourself is when things start aligning. And there's been an area in my life that I've struggled with, and I am learning to address it and to heal from it as opposed to holding it in and not letting it go. And this is complete transparency, right? Like, we all have things that we're dealing with that doesn't feel good, that may generate some bitterness, anxiety, worry, guilt. It can be something as recent as yesterday, or as long ago as 30 years or 25 years, or I don't know, 8 months ago, where someone's crossed us, someone's talked about us, someone has made us feel incompetent, or we're not hitting the goals that we want to hit. But the more you push through those uncomfortable feelings, that discomfort of not being where you want to be, is where you're going to see the results. It's where you're going to see the other side of things. And again, for me, I guess I didn't know how heavy I was holding on to something in particular. And so recently, I literally had to sit down and pray and say, hey, Lord, like, how do I overcome this? How do I move on from this when I've been, where I've been backstabbed, or I've been talked about or lied on, or just, and it affects my internal household, right? Like, it affects me personally, because as much as we want to say, oh, I don't care, like that stuff doesn't faze me, and you have this mentality of you're superwoman, when you really dig deep, yeah, that stuff can bother you. That stuff can eat you up. That stuff can trigger things in you that are not authentic to who you are, because you're holding on to these things: anger, resentment, guilt, frustration. You're holding on to them, and it becomes the norm. And so it becomes a part of your everyday life, and you don't see it until something hits the fan, or just, you may not see it, but you also feel it, or you can feel it. It's draining. It sucks the life out of you. I realized that this is not a part of me, and I need to separate it, as opposed to living with this attachment to these feelings, pertaining to a particular situation or situations. I have to let it go, because I am not doing myself a service in any form or fashion. And it sucks.